Peace, peace, peace. What's poppin', my peoples? It's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the Not Academy of Detroit. The Pad, representing the House of Genesis. Oh man, new beginnings, right? Transformation, renewal. It's a whole lot going on. I don't know what y'all feeling like. I don't know what y'all going through. I don't know what you all experiencing. But I know whatever it is, it's custom made just for you. It's custom made just for you. And can't nobody tell you different. Okay. And so that's gonna lead us into today's kick it. Today is urban philosophy. Okay, let me be clear. Today is urban philosophy. If I teach anything, it's on accident. I'm just here to kick it a minute, right? And I just want to talk about the ideology. Are you a teacher or are you a teacher or are you a judge? Okay. Um and the reason I'm saying that is because right now, more than ever, and maybe it's just my attention span. You know how when you buy a car and then you start seeing that car everywhere you go, it ain't maybe that it's more cars of that kind than any other on the road, but maybe it's because they're the kind of cars me I'm paying attention. But it just seems to be that there is a lack of straight teaching, man, and less judgment. Like I'm seeing a lot of shame spaces being brought into what I would think would be the spaces of education, healing, and learning and betterment. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like I don't know if these people are not understanding that they're putting a bad taste into people's mouths about spirituality and healing and diet and all of these different things because of the way that these people are presenting themselves to be holier than thou and more smarter than thou, and oh, y'all stupid if you don't do this, you got to be ignorant, you this. It's like it's a lot of y'all niggas, y'all still eating meat, you still this and that, you still drink alcohol, you still drink H2O water, we on the H362-48 shit. Like, and it's like I be just kind of looking around like, yo, this is disgusting. Yo, I'm from the field where we was always taught keep it simple enough so that the babies could understand it. I'm gonna pause after I say that. I'm gonna say it again. Keep it simple enough that the babies can understand it. I'm gonna go a step further. Another brother said, if you don't know whatever your craft, whatever your specialty, whatever you're mastering, if you don't know it to the point where you could teach it to a child, then you don't know it the way you think you do. So, with that being said, a lot of people are bringing a lot of family trauma to the circles because that's where shame spaces are taught at, in family circles. They shame you for not doing whatever it is that they feel like you should be doing. They shame you for not being a part of whatever it is they feel like you should be a part of. They shame you, they shame you, they shame you. And now we have people in these spaces bringing shame into the healing spaces, bringing shame into the psychedelic spaces, bringing shame into the oneiriogenic spaces, bringing shame into the cleansing spaces, the detox space, all of this. Is this a teaching tool for you? Is it something that benefits you? Self is the measuring stick of the world. You ever heard that? Self is the measuring stick of the world. I measure the world based off of how I see myself, how I conduct myself, how I operate, and how I see the world around me. So if I'm always thinking somebody's lying, I'm either a liar or I've been lied to so much that I don't have the ability to trust what somebody else says. It's usually the first one, though. It's usually the first one, right? So this constant shame space that's being brought to these circles, but I don't see a whole lot of actual teaching, right? And I just want to say shout out because I had a conversation with somebody this morning that really made my soul check back in with my, that really made my spirit check back in with my soul. I've been shook for the last 24 to 48 hours, just trying to balance changes going on around me. And I found myself kind of introspective, right? And melancholy. And I had a conversation with somebody this morning, and it was a real cool conversation because this person was real comfortable. They was real in their zone and just being them. And I like when people do that because it allows me to feel comfortable doing the same. And in the conversation, they basically thanked me for, as we call, keeping it real, being accessible enough and level enough to where, as they said, we could take this shit to the hood and put it up and just let everybody watch it, and ain't nobody like, all right, turn this shit off. You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel good, because the other spaces that I go to and that I'm at, if you all, these spaces are not looking for me or accepting me because of my personality. They're accepting me because of my specialty, because of my knowledge, because of the things that I do, that I've achieved where I've been. So I know how to appreciate both of them, but to be appreciated in your raw essence and form was something that made me feel comfortable. But from their point of view, to be in my raw point or form gave them the ability to feel welcome to what it is that we're doing. And that is what brought this, the title of this talk today. It's like there's actually people who their spiritual growth and development is governed or hindered by judgments. Oh, well, you know, I still eat meat, so I ain't ready for that. Oh, I still drink liquor, so I ain't ready for that. Oh, I still smoke weed, so I ain't ready for that. Say what? Oh, you think this stops spiritual growth and development? Oh, you think eating a burger stops spiritual growth and development? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you think listening to hip hop music? No, this is what happens is people are using judgments. You know what I'm saying? This is why back in the day, and I always talk about this, about it being initiated, about going through being taught, about going through and getting things mouth to ear, about going through and getting the policies and procedures and the correct ways to conduct yourself in certain environments, in certain situations, because people have horrible spiritual etiquette. Spiritual etiquette? What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean that people will literally become vegan, and after 6 months they think they're more spiritually adept than somebody else because they don't eat meat. Somebody will join a secret society or a mystery school, and after 6 months of studying their lessons they think they deeper on and don't need. No, listen, man, it used to take 7 years to earn your title to say you do anything. Not 7 years of self-practice, 7 years of practicing under an individual who the community has already deemed that person. You understand what I'm saying? And while you're there for 7 years, you're not just reading something on social media, get a few books and go through an experience and then start telling people you're teaching it. You're sitting there with the master teacher. You're getting it from mouth to ear. You're getting how to do certain things, how to activate certain things, how it says this in the book. But when you do this way, you should also employ this. You think that taking people out on sacred medicines is as simple as reading a couple books? You know what I'm saying? Sitting and getting it once and then going and serving. It's a lot of growth and development. And I ain't talking about just that. I was using that just as an example. Just as an example. However, However, this ideology that just because other people are doing or aren't doing something means that you are better or more spiritual than them. Because remember what I said when we started out, it's all custom made. My spiritual growth and development was custom just for me. And I don't think, nor do I, let's put it like this. My son has not gotten the lessons that I got the way that I got them. No, these teachings were not delivered to him the way they were delivered to me. Mine were custom. I was taken off to a foreign land. I was without my peoples and I didn't know myself. And I had to come back. I had to go through initiations. I had to go through rites of passage. I had to go through violence. I had to go through fighting. I had to go through different things to bring me back. My son was born into the knowledge. So the things that I had to go through, he don't have to go through. I know I'm his teacher. One of them, because his mother's husband is another great man and another great teacher. Shout out to Bob Law. You know what I'm saying? He's got a couple of them. But my point is, he got it totally different. So I'm not going to look at him and say, oh, man, you ain't doing or you ain't getting because you ain't even fought nobody. You ain't even this. You ain't even. Is that part of the path or was that part of your path? Some of you all came into your spirituality maybe through religion. Some of you all might have came into your spirituality through drum circles. Yeah, literally being in drum circles. Never been around, boo boo, drum going. You just sitting there, trance out and going to what? Yeah, do y'all know about that? Do you know about the ability to transcend into altered states of consciousness without the use of substances? Because you can't do it. See? So there's a lot of different ways that people come into their spirituality. Some of them came into it through near-death experiences or meeting death. Because let me be very clear. Once you meet death, anything after that is extra credit. Your whole personality is different. Look at Kanye West. Look at 50 Cent. Want to know what they have in common? They've already met death. That's why they don't care about public opinion. Yeah, if you have a wise eye, you'll be able to see this in individuals. You need to understand who is operating with a one up. A what? A one up. What the fuck is he talking about? A one up. Ain't you never played Mario? Ain't you never played none of them games? Get 100 coins. One up. You got a new life. Right? You found the hidden mushroom. One up. You got, right? That's Kanye West, 50 Cent, me. Different individuals have faced death already. And at that point, they are not really concerned with the terrestrial, the physical, let me say that. And so now, some of them tap into the spiritual. Some of them tap deeper into not giving a, right? Some people start to care more, start to build compassion, start to see things differently, and some of them give up all of it. And some of them battle through what they should be doing. That is, from my opinion, what Kanye West is going through. Here nor there. But the point that I'm getting at, well, I've already got at. The point that we're dealing with, though, is that it's the judgment from society. It's the judgment from the community. See, we have lost the understanding of how all of these things work together in unison. That's why holistic health as we know it is really, really, really not commonly practiced. Because it takes everything and everybody to come together to heal. And part of that is the community gathering. Part of that is the community acceptance. Part of that is your village. You'll see people who will go from village to village. Sometimes it's because of their own insecurities, their own issues. Sometimes they're, you know what I'm saying, groupies, right? And sometimes those spaces that they go to don't serve them correctly. They get there, it's a whole lot of gossip and bullshit. They looking for something serious. They go to the next group. It's a whole lot of, oh, you need to pay for this. You need to do this. I'm looking for something serious. And so there's reasons for it. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. But the majority of it comes from these groups are more of societies. They're people who come together for a common cause, and the cause they come together for is not always what they use the umbrella or the words that they're presenting to the other people. This is why we have a plethora of women's circles. And I'm telling you what the women tell me when they come from these women's circles and the things that go on, the things that take place. And they're like, yo, I really was looking to come and heal. I was looking to come and get my spiritual awareness. I was looking to, and I got caught up in this, that, and the other. You understand? And this is why I tell people why I don't do a whole lot of cookie cutter shit. Because healing and spirituality is custom. Period. My whole thing, like, is what I've witnessed and what I've realized. Let me keep it philosophical. I'm not teaching this philosophy. What I've realized is, from my point of view, your spiritual growth and development is going to be based off of the path that you're supposed to walk. So there's going to be things that you are going to have to do that your teacher might not have done, or your students might not do once you get to the point of teaching. So there is a lot of, even me, I still, as a teacher, as a professor, as all of these things, I'm still also a student. And I went through some teachings recently, and it's like I had to tell myself, while I was in the midst of something, approach this the way you want your students to approach when you're teaching them. You understand what I'm saying? But in that, my teacher was telling me, this is done like this. Now, I might do it like this, because when I do this, this is what I think. This is what I do, and this is how I respond. So to help me with that, I've altered it and do it like this. But the right way to do it is this. See, that was real custom, because he's teaching me why I do it this way, the correct way to do it, and where, as you do it, where it's okay for you to alter a little bit and where it's not, where it's okay to use another ingredient and where it's not, where it's okay to skip and where, right? These things are custom. You real hype, you move around a lot, you always this and this and that. You probably need to ground first. So you do this. You all the time sitting down, you're driving the bus, you're all day, you grounded all day. You need to invigorate your system first. You do this. See how that's custom? Now, if it's everybody come on and everybody come in here and just do then that is usually a training program, like what I'm about to put the youth through. It's not going to be custom, because it's not a for them. This is for their bodies and their systems and their self-discipline. So we're going to go and we're going to do the military style push-ups. We're going to do the sit-ups. We're going to do the 2-mile runs. We're going to get these young men conditioned within their bodies and work on their self-discipline 3 months straight. And they're going to be able to say that they did that. How many individuals can say that they've done that? That gives you a certain spirit within the self, a certain confidence, right? Now they're taking that, and that's what they're taking into their initiation to go and learn all of these different things that we all learned as adults, 30, 40 years plus, just learning. No. We're getting the youth into this now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if y'all, I just kind of threw that in there. If y'all don't know, if y'all ain't been watching the video before, I'm starting a program for the youth here in the city of Detroit, and more of a mystery school for them, so that they can learn in a language that is entertaining, fun, and that gives them what they really need moving forward. Teaching them about self-discipline, teaching them about respect. These things are lost to our youth at this point. And if we don't start somewhere trying to install these things back into them, then we're going to lose them, period. Even my teenage sons are telling me, yo, me and my mans, we trying to teach our, you know what I'm saying? It's like he sees the importance of them needing this. So this is influenced and inspired by me, my son, his friend. We're putting the whole program together. The 3 months of working out, the yoga and meditation, Monday through Friday, for 6 weeks. For 90 days straight. Okay, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Come to the pad, drop off the youth. We're gonna work out. We're gonna do yoga, stretch, and then we're going to meditate, calm ourselves, and reach the spiritual heights, right? And we're going to do this for 90 days. And after they've shown that dedication to themselves, then I'm going to start taking them into the teachings. So this is a beautiful thing. I've got a lot of master teachers that I've been talking to in my circle who are like, oh, I would love to be a part of it. Let me get a day. Let me come teach it. Let me come. So let me just say that, you know, the teachers that these youth are going to be able to say that they've had the honor of sitting under is awesome already. Um, so yeah, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what we need. We need more teachers. We need less judgment, because all of this judgmental things that we're putting out is keeping the people who truly want to change from looking at you, from coming to you, for reaching out and asking for it, because they just feel like they're about to get shamed, just like they get shamed from their parents, they get shamed from their teachers, they get shamed, like they live a life of shame, and here they come looking like, okay, I want to learn more, I want to stretch out, I want to stretch my heights and reach up, and everybody that they looking at is shaming everybody else, and they're like, oh, that's I'm straight, I don't want to learn from them. And I realize that's why people keep telling me that they like learning from me, that they like being around me, that they like my chat, because I don't be with that shaming shit. I don't like, because I be dealing with people shaming me, or he smoked weed on his lives, or he cuss, or he, you know, these different things, because as a healer, as a shaman and all this, I don't fit the description. I'm not singing namaste, my peoples. Today, love, light, and beyond. Like, nah, today, y'all motherfuckers piss me off, and I'm about to tell you why. We shouldn't be acting like this. We shouldn't be. And it's those people who are grassroots, because is that not where this is needed? Where people are going through the depths of hell, where people are trapped in societal woes, in drug use, in over sexuality, in alcoholism, in incest, in just all of these things that are plaguing them, and they already feel bad that they are living these existences, they're living these lives, they're having these experiences, and then here we got people coming shaming them for what they eat. And man, get the fuck out of here. You just serious? Like, nobody want to hear that shit. You feel me? Yes. Can you join with your daughter? Yes, this is not a all male thing. I did not put it out there like that. So yes, the women are welcome. There will also be, as of right now, there's a woman who said that she will be coming, and when we go and work out and do different things, she will be staying back with some of the girls and women, unless the girls want to work out, and they will be doing different things. So we never are demanding, like, you know, y'all gotta come. Well, the guys can't stay back with women. Let me be very clear. No, you're gonna come work out. All of the fellas are working out. Ladies, you're welcome to work out. And if you want to stay back with the ladies and do whatever that they are doing and teaching to because that's what, then you have that option. But fellas, we will be working out. If you bring your young boys, we will be working out. Okay. So I just want to be very clear about that. So yeah, that's what I'm putting together for the youth. The other thing is, if your youth are not able to make that sacrifice of time of 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday for those 90 days, there's two more options to also be accepted into this mystery school for the youth. The other option is community service. So we're going to need an extensive community service record for 2 months. So community service is things like going to the elderly place and doing their dishes, taking out their trash, going to the different people's homes and cutting their grass, um, shoveling their snow if it's, but actually doing services for different people in the community. Okay. So it's a certain amount of hours that need to be put down in that community service, not picking up trash, but service to actual people in the community. You need to connect with these people and show them and let them know I'm here to assist you. Now, if they tip you, that's cool, but no, there's no charge. This is a community service. I'm here to help you and assist you in any way that I can. You need me to go to the store, whatever it might be, for whatever, what I'm saying, that youth might be able to do within what they have access to, who they have access to, things like that. So that's the second option for the youth to be brought into and allowed to be into the initiation. And the third option is if they're not going to be able to sacrifice their time for themselves, and they're not going to be able to sacrifice their time and energy for their community, then there will be a financial sacrifice. And actually, that's kind of still like, I don't know. But that's kind of where we're at with it. So if you're in the city of Detroit, you're interested in your youth being a part of this, 13 and up. The other day we were considering 11 and 12, but I think we're going to go ahead and do 13 and up because I'm not going to be cuddling. Okay, this is all right. Now, let me be very clear. The girls, that if they want to come work out and stuff like that, they can do so. But when I pull the boys aside and get to getting in their necks and getting in their heads and all of that, I would prefer that the girls stand to the side. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these young men, okay? Because we're getting them prepared for their initiation, but we're doing it as a team. So hopefully that will motivate them to be on point. No, baby, today's weather is not really conducive enough for the enjoyment of the outside. Can you put a jacket on? No, baby, you already are sick and you got your nose running. I don't want you out in that weather and you already sick. It's cold. Okay, maybe tomorrow I think it might be warmer. Okay. Okay. So yes, we're putting that together for the youth. More will be revealed. Also, there is a Cambo ceremony coming up where people can come and receive Cambo free of charge. It's community service. I just want to do something for the community. I just want to offer my time, my services, and my medicines to my people, right? Community service. Lead by example. I'm telling the youth to do something right. So just want to let y'all know it will be posted. I will be letting that be known. So there will be a Cambo ceremony. So if you've been wanting to get Cambo and the financial exchange for it has been something out of your reach, here's time. Okay, well, that's what you get for climbing around. Oh, because you spilled that cup of water. That's why I tell you, just keep the cups up. Yeah. So, I just wanted to kick it about that, man. Any questions, comments, concerns? Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm getting back to it though. We're getting back to the educational series too. We got some classes coming for y'all to tap into. These are going to be interesting. We're going into the astral traveling, the lucid dream, and the dream walking series. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be teaching about that. So if you've been interested in lucid dreaming, astral traveling, sleepwalking, not sleepwalking, excuse me, dream walking. Yeah, if you've been wanting to know how to dream walk, right? If you were a little bit nervous about, what I'm saying, walking up to her and telling her your name, what I'm saying, jump off in her dreams and deliver a message to her. What? Are you serious? Hey, man, listen, it gets kind of cool for the healers out there. You can do healing works, while you're dream walking. There is a actual magical spell that I have. It's a dragon healing art, and when you cast the spell, the last part is to meet that person in their dream. So you have to activate your dream walking, and once the client sees you in their dream, they know that the healing is taking place. And so, dream walking is an art that you can learn and start to develop, as well as lucid dreaming, right? Which is basically like when you are dreaming to become aware that you are dreaming, right? And when you become aware that you are dreaming, now the next step is to learn to take control of the awareness in the dream. So now you can start to alter your actions and reactions to things in that dream realm. Why is this important? Because right now here, let me fire this up. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? Controversial. Here he goes. Because right now we have a plethora. Okay. Yes, love. Could you know what we said? We could buy more toys. Oh, that's what it is then. But I'm on live right now, baby. Okay. All right. We have a plethora of psychonauts who don't know how to self-activate. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And if that's you, yeah, you too. So, I don't care. So, listen, understand that, okay, for instance, we just spoke about getting the youth prepared through this 90 days of working out, meditation, and yoga, right? Okay, why? Because they have to be physically fit. We have to keep our bodies moving. We have to keep everything in our bodies active and energized, right? Working out. We should be stretching and doing different stretches to keep different things open, right? Also, both of these things go into assisting with the meditation. We've activated the body, we've calmed the body. Now we go into the mind, okay? So with that being said, it's important that we learn these things, then we learn to meditate and work in the dream realms, because this is the practice for going into the altered states of consciousness. Meditation and transcending is practice for your 7-gram trip. It's practice for your ayahuasca. It's practice for your booth. All of these, it's levels to this. And a lot of us have skipped into high-gram mushroom dosage, but don't know how to meditate and transcend. And I'm here to assist people and educate people and give them the ability to do these things and move through these routes. Because then when you know how to do these things, now you can operate in the entheogenic realms. Now you can control things in those realms. Hey, cut that. Okay? And that's important, especially if you're doing these things for spiritual works. Think about it. How can you do spiritual works when you can't even control yourself in the environment that you're in? 7 grams the first 2 or 3 times is very what the heck, right? But after that, no. You should be able to navigate this. Yeah, y'all didn't know that? Yeah, that's because people keep giving misinformation or judgments. Let's get back to education. I love y'all. Tell somebody you love them in the language they can understand it in. Peace.